Hi there. I'm Tali Landau. I'm a finance and operations executive for over 20 years, and I currently lead the finance and revenue operations in Trustmi. If you're a CFO, treasurer, or finance leader, you've probably started hearing more about the new Nacha requirements tied to ACH fraud prevention. I'm here today to share some advice or something to think about with that regards. So first, what's Nacha? NACHA is the organization that governs the ACH network. It's the infrastructure behind all the electronic business payments moving every day between banks, vendors, payroll systems, and whatnot. And what's changing is actually important. And I'm not sure you know, NACHA is putting a greater focus on fraud monitoring and prevention, especially around what's known as false pretenses fraud. Things like vendor impersonation, invoice manipulation, business email compromise. In other words, payment that may look authorized on the surface, but were actually manipulated somewhere in the payment processing workflow. And that's really the shift in mindset that finance leaders need to understand. Traditionally, ACH controls focused heavily on whether the payment was technically authorized. But today's fraud attackers are designed to appear legitimate. Attackers are taking advantage of human trust, approval, email conversations, vendor changes, and often before the traditional controls even trigger an alert. So the question isn't just was this payment approved? The question is should this payment have been trusted in the first place? And that's why these NACHA updates matter to CFOs. It's no longer just like an IT or cybersecurity issue. It's now a finance governance issue, an operational risk, and ultimately it's a business risk issue. The organizations that are best prepared are the ones who are creating visibility along the entire B2B workflow before the money moves. Thank you for listening to me today, and I hope this gives you helpful advice and tips to think about.